YouTube, Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. So the 49ers, there's some big news surrounding Deebo Samuel and the 49ers because Deebo Samuel was showed up to 49ers mandatory minicamp. It was reported earlier this morning that he was expected to show up. Obviously, we just had to wait on that. But he actually did. He showed up to the 49ers minicamp. Which is massive for the 49ers. I genuinely think if Deebo Samuel... I think knowing how Deebo Samuel is, I don't think there was ever a doubt that he wouldn't show up. I'm not going to say there wasn't ever a doubt, but I definitely think the 49ers expected him to show up, and he did, and that's a huge step in the right direction. Because obviously just a month ago or 2 months ago, the situation between Deebo and the 49ers was pretty ugly, to say the least. I mean, we didn't know if Deebo was going to be traded. I really, all along, I knew that the 49ers would be stupid to let go of Deebo Samuel. Arguably the best player on our team. Personally, I think he is the best player on our team. He's the heart and soul of the team. And for him to 2 months ago request a trade and now show up to the 49ers minicamp shows that the relationship has mended somewhat, right? I mean, I don't think the 49ers relationship with Deebo Samuel is completely out the door. I've said it in numerous amount of videos. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are among some of the best personalities in the National Football League. And if there was anybody that could mend a relationship with one of their star players, it's definitely Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that it's a guarantee that Deebo is going to sign a massive extension within the next month or so, but I definitely think that knowing that he showed up to minicamp today and knowing what the situation was just a couple months ago, like I said, is definitely a step in the right direction. So, Trey Lance even said, Deebo Samuel being in the building is different. He said that they'll get to spend tons of time together in July, and he's really not worried about the reps on that. Yeah, I mean, this is really, really good news for the 49ers. I definitely think, for the most part, there should be an extension done sooner or later. But like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, it's good to know that he attended minicamp. He didn't really have to go. I mean, even though it was mandatory, Deebo was in a situation where the ball was kind of in his court. The 49ers weren't paying him 2 months ago. They still haven't paid him, but it shows how mature he is by attending minicamp, even though, a lot of people say around the league some of the things he did during the offseason weren't the most mature thing to do. But like I said, I mean, it's a big step in the right direction. And I think that with Deebo attending minicamp, I think that probably made Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch happy. And hopefully with him being at this offseason minicamp, they can mend some type of relationship back to where it once was. So for the most part, though, very, very good news coming out of San Francisco here. Hopefully, I mean, the bottom line is the 49ers have to keep Deebo. I don't think it's really an option to let him go. I think, if anything, the 49ers need to extend him as soon as possible because obviously Deebo still being under contract, that gives the 49ers probably more leverage when it comes to Deebo being traded because the 49ers don't have to. Deebo's still under contract, and I know a lot of people are thinking, if he's not extended, he can just hold out. Deebo is not going to hold out at playing football. That's not who he is as a player, and I think a lot of people around the league that watch the 49ers and that know what type of guy Deebo Samuel is, they know he's not going to be one to hold out and not show up in the regular season. I definitely think the 49ers are not going to just keep him and not pay him. There's definitely going to be a deal done sooner or later. As of now, it just comes down to when this deal will be done. But like I said, huge step in the right direction as Deebo shows up to the mandatory minicamp.